America will officially recognize the life and teaching of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. on the holiday next week. But we're going to be highlighting some of our local events coming up. In its 26th year, the annual Martin Luther King prayer service is Saturday afternoon at All Saints Catholic Church. Celia Jackson is a community volunteer helping to organize this year's event, and she's back again. Great to see you again.
Yes, it's good to be back.
Well, let's talk about your featured speaker this year, Father Maurice, and what his message is going to be.
Father Maurice is going to be, well, first of all, Father Maurice is the director of the Institute for Black Catholic Studies at Xavier University in Louisiana, and he is going to be talking about one of the books that Martin Luther King wrote, which was Strength to Love, and how it is important for us to learn how to love one another. And we have to have a lot of strength to be able to do that. And, you know, that shows up in a lot of different ways.
And that is, in fact, this year's theme. And let's talk a little bit more about that message. And perhaps it's never been more appropriate than this time, where we have a divided country politically, ethically, morally. People are literally fighting in the streets. We could use this message right now.
That is so true. I think that we could. And Father Maurice is a great orator, so I really hope people will come out and hear his message. I think he's going to be really very eloquent in what he says, and really gives us a sense of inspiration about, you know, the fact that we do need to love. We really do need to break down this divide that is in existence in our country.
You know, when we look back on Dr. King's legacy, so many of us see him as a civil rights leader and a leader among African Americans, but he had a message for all Americans. It was a message as much to African Americans as it was to every race in America.
Absolutely. I mean, and you look at some of the history and the marches. I mean, there was a really wide, diverse community that participated in Selma, in the March on Washington. There was a particular cause that is related to injustices affecting African Americans, but I think it really requires all of us to be involved in injustice wherever it is.
And you continue this prayer service now, as we said, 26 years. What makes this so special that people want to come and share a little bit of that afternoon with all of you?
Well, it's a celebration of Dr. King's life, and I think that if you go back and read any of his books or hear any of his sermons, he was so powerful at his time, but it still really rings true today. And so anytime we have an opportunity to kind of come together and be engaged in that way, I think it's a great witness to his legacy.
It's wonderful to see you again. I hope we get a lot of people out there for you. The 26th annual Martin Luther King prayer service is Saturday afternoon, as we said, All Saints Catholic Church. And for more information on how to attend, we've set up a link on our website. It's TMJ4.com. Live look